Hello, Kirby Woods. Pastor Calvin here with this week's devotion. Today we find ourselves in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. And it's a very familiar verse and one that you're all going to know. Jesus says, "Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets." You know, we know this as the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And a lot of times, people turn that around and they say, well, if they did that to me, I'm going to do that to them. And they use it in a negative way. But Jesus wasn't speaking of this in a negative way. He was speaking this in a positive way. This is all within the context of what it looks like to be a follower of Jesus Christ. To love your enemies, to pray for those who spitefully use you, to forgive one another, not to judge by some unbiblical standard. I mean, if you read the Sermon on the Mount, it's all about being like Jesus in this world. And Jesus says this, that we are to be proactively doing good to others if we want them to respond to us. Just think about how you would want to be treated. Think about how you want people to talk about you. Think about how you want people to respond to you. Think about how you want people to think of you or view you. And that is how you are to talk of them, to respond to them, to view them, to interact with them. If we as Christians would set this example, a lot of people would see Jesus in us, and a lot of people would be drawn to Jesus by this. This is just one of the most basic and simple rules, one of the most basic and simple teachings that Jesus ever gave. And yet, he tells us that all of the law and the prophets are wrapped up in this one little golden rule. It really is golden. It's so valuable. I hope you will find an opportunity this week to do for someone else, even if they don't deserve it, because we don't deserve God's grace, even if they don't deserve it, maybe especially if they don't deserve it, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. This is what it means to be a follower of Christ. I love you. God bless you. We'll see you Sunday.